Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're back on the Ilia route this time, back into the snowy mountains with Fire Emblem Binding Blade hard mode. Joining me today, we have Ethor.
Yo, how's it going?
And we have Garlisle.
Hello, Blazing Knight. Good to see you again.
Good to see you again as well. So yeah, we're back in the Ilia route, and we're going into like a fortress where they've kept Juno and a couple of hostages thing. And it's funny because Juno's actually related to, married to Jarrett or Zealot, depending on the translation type thing. So if you bring him to this map, you can get some interesting conversations, but you only really need the Pegasus sisters, either Thea or Shana, to recruit to get Juno on your side. Is it worth it? Technically not really, but Juno's lovely. Either way, this is, of the Ilia maps, this one's probably my fave, but we'll get into it when the map actually, appears.
Yeah, just to make sure that you're going to recruit Juno. I mean, she's not really the good flyer, so you got like Shana and Tate already trained up, so they're just going to be much better. And I don't know, Juno, for her level, is it's like she's kind of missing something in stats.
It's strength that she's missing. I think her strength stat is awful, and she's got the A rank. I think she's got an A rank in Lance, but she has an E rank in Sword. She can only really use an Iron Sword. So yeah, again, there's a lot of treasure to get here. And yeah, the enemy variety is pretty solid too. One thing I will say about this map, even though there's not a lot of promoted units, don't be fooled, because the normal enemy units, they got some fancy as fuck weapons. They're bringing light brands, they're bringing armor slayers, they're bringing some proper really good weapons to the fight. So bear that in mind.
And because it's hard mode, yeah, it's that and more.
Yeah,
probably.
It is, but yeah. This is one chapter where you can. This is like for the Ilia one. This is a good place to stock up because you get a shit ton of You get a lot of treasure. There's an arena and there's a shop. And I also think if you rescue the villagers, you get something. I'm not sure what it is. We'll find out by the end of this part. I assume it's going to be Elysium Whip because again, this game has a track record of if you rescue the hostages of the class that the character's class that were protecting them, you usually get the promotion item.
Hold on, but you want to go to the guidance chapter, so in that case, you cannot really just stay around in the arena and just...
Oh yeah, you have to also clear this within 25 turns to get the guidance chapter. So you can do the arena for a bit.
Yeah, you can go in the next chapter 21, to get the silver weapons. It's right at the door in the shop.
Yeah.
So I think that's a better choice.
Well, that one you've also got a time limit too.
Fair enough.
I mean, generally I'd say stock up before chapter 21 because that's like the, not the hardest, but it's one of the most daunting chapters in the game because there's so many enemies and they ain't fucking around. Get them.
Yeah, and I've seen the hard mode version of that, thanks to Mecha's reverse recruitment thing, and holy crap, they do not mess around with that.
Yeah, again, it's the one thing I do like about Chapter 21. It feels like it does the three houses thing where it feels like the enemy is evenly matched. Like, because even with me, with my kind of RNG blessed team, even I was just like, good lord, there's a lot of wyverns to get through, and they've all got so much HP.
It's ridiculous.
And why do they have so much HP? It's like, okay, we give a few points of strength.
They're going a bit crazy.
Yeah, again, let's give them a few points in strength, couple of points in res, maybe a bit or two of speed. All the fucking HP, like plus 20 HP.
Alright, now I see that you're starting here in this chapter, but right away, this middle area is it's going to be very dangerous. A lot of strong units right in the middle.
Yeah,
it's quite the mage, there's going to be the ballistas, and I think there's some kind of status stake as well.
I think it's Berserk if I remember correctly.
That one is next to the boss, I believe.
Yeah, I think that was Berserker.
Yeah, I think it is the Berserk element. So yeah, like you see, there's quite a lot of enemies here, they're quite varied, so because there's quite a few choke points here, physical tanks are actually pretty good. And make sure you've got healers on standby to, stave off the, staff thingamajig. And I'm just contemplating, okay, who do I throw my axe at? Because again, right out the gate, this fighter, even though like at this point in the game, it's like, why the hell are they having a fighter? It should be a warrior. But the dude's got a sword remover to like, throw you off balance.
Yeah.
So yeah,
not only that, but that knight down there has a horse slayer, if I remember correctly. So...
Yeah, so again, if you've like, oh, I'm going to send in my paladin. No, you're not.
Because screw you, he has a horse slayer.
Yeah, he does have a horse slayer.
Hold on, did you bring any dark mages?
I don't think I did. Did I? No, I don't think I did to this one. I remember I brought Saul and Clarine so they can heal and stuff like that. And I got Lelina as well, so she can, what's its name?
I mean, this is like one point where you have like this wall next to the treasure room.
Oh, yes,
You
yes.
break it down with an Eclipse Dome, and you save so much time.
Yeah, the Eclipse Dome in this game, even though it's in terms of hitting actual enemies, it's awful. It's amazing for breaking down walls because a lot of them have 100 HP, so you literally put them on 1 because the Eclipse Dome will always do 1 point away from your the HP you're on.
Yeah.
Which begs the question: what if someone's already
really
at 1 HP?
Then it just stays at 1 HP, I think? I don't know. I think it takes it down to like 0.999 or something like that. I don't know.
I didn't even know that value was there, but okay. So yeah, like I said, there's quite a few enemies right here, and again, this guy with the horse lair. So again, you don't want to rush in too much just because, And again, they've got people over there. Like I said, my team is... here's the thing, it's like, wait, Blazing Knight, if your team's mostly physical tanks, where's Wendy? Honest to God, I didn't think these words would immediately leave my house. I put Wendy away because she's over-leveled.
Oh, God!
Yeah, it's like, what, Wendy has too... It's like, this is, by the way, hard mode. Wendy has too much EXP? What the actual fuck? It's like, yeah, I know, right?
Well, I mean, you have been using Wendy pretty consistently throughout both of your playthroughs of this, so it's not surprising.
Yeah.
Hold on. Did I see that you didn't bring a dancer?
I did not bring a dancer to this because, again, with me, I prioritize... Dancers are a case of, depending on the game, dancers are a case of, if I've got, like, a spare slot, I'll pick them, but generally I'll just favor, like, more... units with actual offense option. In this case, I want a lot of physical tanks and all that jazz. Like, if it was, say, obviously, like 3 houses or fates or something like that, I'd probably bring Zora and so on because they have the additional utility outside of dancing, whereas in this game, all they can do is dance.
I mean, in my opinion, at this point, that the dancers are one of the best utility base because you can just...
Oh, yeah. The base utility is... the base utility is without a doubt amazing.
Yeah, so I'm bringing them pretty much all the time when just in the squad.
Yeah, but I also usually might not bring dance to this, especially on hard mode, just because we have to deal with obviously ranged like siege stuff, and again, none of them would survive. Not a single one would survive.
Also, nice shot, Fur.
Who has a Delphi shield? I saw 33 potential damage on one of your flyers.
Tate's got the Delphi shield because... Tate's got the Delphi shield because, again, Milady and Zeiss have a shit ton of defense.
Right, yeah, so it wouldn't do much.
Yeah, so to them, even though it will hurt, they won't one-shot them, whereas Thea will get one-shotted.
Yeah, I would still keep them outside of the ballista range and just put someone there with like a good evasion.
Yeah, good evasion, that's another thing.
Tate?
Yeah, good evasion...
Why aren't you taunting these?
Because fuck it, I don't want. Good evasion definitely helps in this map too. If you've got a warp staff, actually, it's that can be very useful because again, right here, actually, we'll see later. I literally warp my lady right to where the ballista is. Like, fuck this, die. Because I am not in the mood.
That is the best, stupidest thing I have ever heard. And I very much appreciate it.
Hey, warp strats are ideal in Fire Emblem. It's just a case of I'm not warping to the boss, I'm warping to this other dude.
Yeah, I've seen some pretty ridiculous warp strats. Like, you know how in Thracia all the staves have infinite range other than the heal staff?
So yeah, just warp them anywhere.
I've seen ridiculous stuff with that.
Yeah, Thracia is insane when it comes to staffs. That the status staves, the warp staves. You cannot even imagine the game without them.
Not to mention the fact that they can miss.
But you know,
yeah, right. Forgot about that.
But I think it's very much reasonable to complete Binding Blade without a single use of a warp stave.
Oh yeah, it's not necessary. Again, you don't. Yeah. If you like again, you shouldn't need to have certain like. All right. Like, warp is something that is, like, useful if you want some extra utility. If it's a necessity, that's bad design.
Yeah. Actually, I would just use it to skip annoying guidance chapters like 14x or 22x, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Speaking of which, that's coming up for me, dear God.
Oh, boy. Ansel's gone to sleep.
That was silence. Oh, that's sleep?
Yeah, he put it to sleep. And Ogier's gone to sleep. Everyone's just gone to sleep. It's like, fuck it, I'm not doing this.
They just take a nap right on the battlefield.
Yeah.
Imagine how good they were sleeping and they are still just dodging attacks.
Yeah, again, it's like how bad do you have to be where you can't even hit a unit who's asleep? I can do some eyes closed. Watch. 'Cause again, I've seen it. I've seen Ike do it.
Oh yeah, it's like Wendy's just sleeping there in the middle of the battlefield, the ballista is shooting at her and just
Yeah, so
just avoiding it.
So something happened. Something happened. What I miss? He just wakes up. What I miss? What I miss?
With
Yeah, it's
just
like
a bunch of giant arrows around him.
yeah. No, what I miss? It's like no, it's not what you miss. It's what the other person miss.
Oh, nice.
They again really got yeah, because remember they got again even with my thing strength. They can take a while. Yeah, I don't warp yet because again I just realized I had to restore Saul, who had to restore Ogia. Restore for everybody.
Yeah.
I see this milady is probably in ballista range.
She is,
There's
but
another
again,
one.
she's bulky as shit. But the ballistas don't have the best accuracy because again I think it was in the 30s when it was against Milady.
Oh man, I think Freysia, like Freysia ballistas, they have accuracy, and I still gonna have like PTSD from those.
Yeah, every day I wake up screaming. Ah, ballistas!
Nightmares.
Yeah, just that PTSD of ballistas. I mean,
And they have like one of these maps with, what is it, like 11 ballistas? That's crazy.
good lord, how do the flying units do it? I mean, I know how that feels where you wake up with PTSD, and I feel the same way whenever it's like bolting and binding blade. Roy's just there in his bed. Not again! Not again!
Not the bolting again.
Yeah, well, he was a magnet for it on the first playthrough. That was fucking hilarious.
God. I laughed my butt off when I first saw that.
But it's just Ursula. You never forget the first time.
No, you don't. So yeah, also, obviously a thief is actually really good for this map because again, there's a lot of treasure chests and stuff to do and all that, and stuff like that. There will be reinforcements later down the line, but they're nothing really to worry about, and the boss is pretty easy too. Just some, there is one, I think there's a killer ballista located to the far left where I think you need warp to get to him. You can't get to him without it.
Yes, there is something. It has what? Orion? But wait, the whip that promotes flying.
Elysian
That's
whip.
what I have. Oh, that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you can steal it. Yeah, I think you can steal it from him. Or yeah, whatever.
So
Yeah.
maybe just you mentioned the reinforcements. There's going to be a lot of them. So like thieves, the bandits on the top, and there's on the bottom one. I think there's sword units or something.
Yeah, mercenaries.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, again, most of the enemies here are unpromoted, but like I said, they have the strong items. And again, they're usually a good even distribution. You get heroes, mercenaries, druids, and knights and fighters on all sides.
Also, I think one of the best threats if you just keep the door of the prison closed until you just
Obviously keep it closed until you're ready to rescue.
Yeah, so then Juno is gonna be safe. The civilians are gonna be safe, and if all of them will survive, they don't need to leave the map. They're gonna give you some kind of booster item.
Yeah, that's true. You don't actually need to. I mean, if you want to recruit things, you've got to open it. But as long as you keep them all alive, it's fine, and the enemy won't go after them because again, they're not within the range. So you don't have to worry about that.
Oh yeah. Before I forget, I'm a green unit. Sorry, it's tradition.
Yeah, well, again, my blazing sword LP, green unit got a crit and killed someone.
Oh,
Not LP, sorry,
yeah.
live stream.
I saw that.
Again, green units are weird. They can either be the dumbest fucking things in the world, or they could be absolute beasts.
Yeah.
No, and sometimes it's even the enemy. Like you remember the what is it? 11B. It's when you have the units of Tate and the units of the archer name, the sniper. Klein.
Yeah, Klein.
So,
Yeah.
they need to be allies, and they don't even know that they joined the enemy. They're just green units walking off, and the other is going to attack the other guy's green units. That's kind of ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, Roy's like, yay! Oh, really? It's so close.
Almost. Oh,
Yeah.
rip.
I bet you those Pegasus Knights were like, the enemy!
Pretty much.
They just... As soon as they saw them turn green.
Yeah, it's like, they have like a again, depending on what color they see, like determines their allegiance. It's like we were friends, but now you're green. Fuck that, fucking green people.
Yeah, you know, actually, sometimes the AI is actually smart. Like on chapter 16, Douglas is not attacking his daughter, and on chapter 4,
Wait, Douglas is a daughter?
Oh, Lalum.
Oh, I didn't realize. Okay, well that's interesting.
Oh.
Okay, that's an interesting attention to detail.
Yeah, and on chapter 4, these enemy units are actually not attacking Clarion.
Yeah, because again, Narcian wants Clarine.
Yeah, so you don't really need to worry about her.
Yeah,
You need
that's
to
a
worry-
good. Yeah, I like that
Yeah.
attention to detail. Where depending on the map stipulation, they won't actually attack a certain unit because again, it's like we want to keep this person alive for story purposes.
Right.
Also, I like how he has an Axe Reaver and he's still and like Eva's like, I have an Axe Reaver. Yeah, I've still got 80% hit.
That's just how bad some of the axe that's just how
hit rates.
bad some of the weapons are in hit rates in this game are since
The whole hit rate thing is whack. Yo, whack.
yeah. Just straight up whack, man.
And my weapon level increase. I should have an like A or S rank staffs now. I don't know which, but we got one of them. So now we just.
I'm gonna assume S rank.
Yeah, I'm gonna
based
assume.
on
Yeah, I'm gonna assume that too. Get the fuck out of my face.
Don't you dare to do it again.
Something tells me that Hero's gonna go after her, but it's like, wait, does it seriously survive this? Ow!
What are you doing?
I'm still alive as long as I have 1 HP.
there goes the
right.
lady.
Yeah, light brand. That's why I thought he should be able to kill me with a steel. So I was like, oh, he's got a light brand. Haha, joke's on you. No, my lady's fine. Don't worry. She's good. She good. Get it.
No,
And the healer.
I might be a little bit ahead of you guys because I'm seeing Milady just absolutely demolishing this ballista guy over here.
Alright, you are a little bit ahead. It's no problem.
Oh, and they are healing as well.
Yeah, of course.
Physic is very annoying.
Yeah, that's the one thing I think mages will do if they're holding like because most siege mages use the warps. I actually use warp in this damn thing. If most mages have some sort of siege staff, they usually have like physic or mend on standby. And if their enemy is within, if their allies within range and needs healing, I think they prioritize that.
Yeah, I think that's how it is too. Although I'm not too sure about that.
Yeah, like somebody's like on 1 HP, you motherfucker.
Ooh.
And
You
Man.
almost murdered me and my dragon. Prepare to die.
yeah. Oh, technically
what
it's a
is it, like-
wyvern. Oh, shut up, you pedantic ass.
What is it, turn 6 or turn 8 already? It's still just by the door.
I
So-
reckon. Well, it'd probably be what turn 4 or 5 actually. Because again, remember the enemy. There's quite a few enemies to get through, so the enemy phase is a little bit long.
And there goes Gonzalez.
But now it's going to start to get interesting.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna
you
assume.
missed a crit with Gonzalez.
Oh dear.
You missed a hand axe crit.
What misses and it didn't activate?
No, the crit counter didn't.
Oh right. Yeah. Sometimes I miss out on those because again, there's so much to go through. Also, with some crit animations, they're so small and minor, I don't notice them.
Like the hand axe.
Yeah, like the hand axe or the javelin, you don't notice it because again, it's just they like either Twilight wants to just throw the damn thing. It's like, oh, okay. So yeah,
Don't worry though, we can fix it in post.
Yeah.
And there's another one.
I fix it all
and
the time
you
in
got
post.
that one that time.
Good job, Gonzalez.
But hey,
man.
again, 23 speed and 23 strength. That's what I like to see.
If this guy, Gonzalez, doesn't cap strength, there's something is going wrong with him.
Yeah,
It's
'cause
just
again,
like hitting a button, like in strength.
again, some
I
units
think
you just
he's
expect to.
gonna cap it.
Yeah. Well, we have to wait and see by the end. Because remember, his strength cap is 30.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Yeah. So that's all.
Ripple's gone berserk.
Yeah, that's a. Well, it's like he's a berserker. What?
He's listening to Eminem over here. Get him out of there.
Another one.
Yeah, another one. How many crits are you gonna get? As many as it takes. So yeah, this is a killer ballista.
Oh, perch. Nice. And sleep.
I don't know if I actually get to use Purge just because I don't think Saul has that good of a light magic rank, and I don't really use... I use Yoda in the chapter I get him, but that's more so for healing. So yeah, again, they're spamming the Berserk stuff.
Oh, here comes the Berserk. That's gonna be annoying.
That's why you need to have whatchamacallit on standby, because fuck me, Freddy Sideways, you do not want to get hit by Berserk. I mean, sorry, you don't want... here's the thing, Berserk is actually not that bad if it's used and there's enemies in the vicinity, because your unit will prioritize hitting the enemies over you if the enemy's there and they're Berserk. But if there's none, then they will go after you.
Yeah, which is... Oh god, Saul's now listening to Eminem.
Everyone listens to Eminem eventually.
I feel like, I don't know, sleep. Sleep is probably the most annoying status still.
Yeah, sleep you just kind of can't do anything. Berserk is dangerous, but at least you can fight, and, well, is there any other point? No, there is, yeah, that's usually just sleep and, yeah. So, no, silence, if you're a magic user, you can't do shit.
But then again, you'll have more magic users on standby that are able to recover it.
Or at least you should.
Yeah.
Oh, Soul is having a fun time.
Yeah, no, now Saul's gone full perv. Don't worry, again, Clarine was there to restore him. No, bad Saul. Bad.
But you're just so darn cute.
Yeah. I don't think cute would be. He'd be like Pepe Le Pew. Oh, chérie.
Oh, chérie, mon Pierre.
Yeah.
Actually, this is a pretty good Clarine, so...
Yeah, again, the fact that she promoted and she had double digits in magic, that's like, yep, that's good. That's definitely good.
Yeah, pretty much. And she's still gonna be just as dodgy as ever. I don't know, does she have any support partners at this point?
I think she had a support with Rutger, but I'm not using him at the moment, so I don't think she does. So now there's Juno. Again, Juno's she's the pallor of this game in terms of character. Again, she's the oldest of Tate and Shana. She also has her own child that's back home and stuff like that. And she's married to Zealot. She's a lovely character, got wonderful supports. Unit-wise, that's the thing. Her utility's there, she's fast and skillful, but she just hits for piss. And at this point in the game, that's a bit of a problem.
Yeah.
She's not an awful unit per se, it's just as far as pre-promotes go, she might be the worst.
You get much better units at the time when she joins, so I can see her only as a flying utility. And in my opinion, like, Juno is one of the worst units, like bottom 3.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. Bottom 3, well, Wendy and Lelina are the two, sorry, not Lelina, no, she's not that bad. Wendy and Sophia are the undoubtedly worst. As for third, that varies.
Yeah.
Like,
Cap.
Well, look, Cap in terms of like stats, I'd say yes, but at the same time, she's a thief, so she does her job just fine. Walt and Dorothy aren't very good, but Walt at least has perfect availability. Who else
Dorothy can be fun to use.
Yeah, Wade sucks, but again, he's in the early game.
I mean, it's kind of luck-based how they're gonna get built. But in my opinion, like I said, Calf, I just say it because like you need to talk to her 3 times on 3 different.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, it's the recruitment stipulation.
I really feel like that it's gonna just pay off.
Yeah, I would not say Juno is top 3 worst. No way in hell. Again, the fact that her class line alone saves her. Again, I wouldn't put her in the good category, but I wouldn't put her that low, especially when you consider Binding Blade's like low banner is very fucking low.
Yeah, considering what we have to deal with in that department, i.e. Sophia and Wendy, other than your Wendy and Sophia.
I mean, if you look at like the Binding Blade units pre-promotes, just...
oh yeah, well in terms of pre-promotes, yeah, but when you look at the entire spectrum, like, because again, Binding Blade is actually quite... Binding Blade is
like the strength stats, like Cecilia, Dayan, Juno, just list goes on. You know the problems here.
Well, actually, Cecilia is actually interesting because stat-wise, she's actually one of the worst pre-promotes. She just has to have a really good class line and utility.
And she's got good weapon ranks. That's what.
Yeah, that too. But if Cecilia had higher stats, oh my god, she'd be like, whoa. Because again, Cecilia is a bit underutilized from the average player, if you will.
Probably because you have Clarine at the time, and she's gonna be just...
Well, I also think it's because when she joins, she's in a desert map and she can barely move.
Not only that, but first impressions also kind of suck because she literally gets one shot by the villain. So
to be fair, can you blame her for getting one shot? It's fucking Zephyr, man.
fair enough.
Dude ain't fucking around.
Oh,
The fact,
boy.
again, I'm
I see
surprised.
that I see you're using Lilina against the Roartz. I mean, I did that once, and my Lilina died. Oof, just like that.
Yeah, well, again, it's because Alina has the higher hit. Because, again, magic's actually quite good in this game because of not only doing this low res, it's got good hit rate magic. So I use that often against throne bosses because, again, their throne bonuses really increase their avoid.
Yeah. The problem with this boss is the throne bonus. I mean, it's just getting him killed.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not going to be that annoying. I mean,
Again, I can double him just fine and do a lot of damage. You can still got to watch out for all the other stuff.
on normal mode, you can use like the triangle attack against him.
If you want, I mean, depending on... Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's another thing Juno can do. Now that you have her, you can use the triangle attack with the other Pegasus Knights. And again, you're more likely to use the triangle attack with them than you are with the Knights, which is like, I don't know anyone who actually does that. Like, legitimately.
I don't know.
I've seen some people do it, but I don't think it was legit.
Yeah, again, they'll do it for like the memes, or they'll do it as a joke.
Yeah.
It's possible to use the Armor Knight trio. Like,
Oh yeah, it's easily possible, but it's like why? Like again, I could stomach using one armor unit, not all three.
for fun.
Fun,
especially considering that the armor units that you get in this game, despite me loving the meme of Wendy so much, she, Boris, and Barth are just really bad.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, Boars at least has higher availability, so you have the chance to train him up if possible. And Barth at least is built like a knight. You know, he is very tanky, but they still suck.
Meanwhile, Wendy's over here built like a paladin.
Yeah, again, Wendy's got the most balanced... Wendy has the most balanced build out of all of them. Yeah, everyone did say, wow, Wendy should really be a Myrmidon or a Pegasus Knight.
Yeah.
But alas, she is an armor unit.
Yeah, she's just trying to be just like his brother.
Yeah, there's like, Wendy, I think you've chosen the wrong line of work.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe she would have some kind of starting stats, and it's like the armor knights in general in this game have a really low HP. Like you know, Boars starting with 20, and it's on average with the other units.
Yeah, okay, that is true. Yeah, the armor units don't have the most HP when they really should.
There goes a crit.
I mean, this is what they have: HP, strength, and defense in general.
In general, that's what the armor units do specialize in, and that's what they should specialize in.
Yeah.
But yeah, here it's like Wendy doesn't even have double-digit defense. She's only got 8. I mean, 8 for an average unit, 8 defense seems fine, but for an armor unit, no.
Yeah, because of the fact that most likely she's going to be on the front lines the most out of every other class because of her defense, but no, she isn't, because of the fact that she has 8 defense and she starts out as level 1.
And she's got shit speed,
health.
so she's gonna get doubled. And Alina's like, fuck you, I've had enough. Boom.
You started to freak me out with this strategy.
Yeah, you just sweating profusely. Again, as long as I kept her healed, she'll be fine, because again, he can't double, so he can only get off one attack. So yeah, as long as the heals are
but
there.
then again, this Lilina is pretty slow, surprisingly.
Says when she just...
no, actually, my Alina is pretty fast, because actually Lynn does not have a good speed growth. She's got a good magic growth, but she doesn't have a good speed growth.
Ah, right, yeah.
Because that's actually one of the biggest things about the Lina. Because some people don't realize is that on normal mode, because of how the enemy stats are, Lina can become quite effective. On hard mode, it's really difficult because she has difficulty doubling people, so she can only hit them once, and even then her magic isn't enough to usually one-shot them. So Lina actually drops quite a bit on hard mode. So the fact that she's doubling, she's like, yeah, I have a pretty good Lilina.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, like, again, I know there are lots of people that I see RNG blessed Lilinas all over the place, so I imagine for some people, 18 speed may not seem like much, but on average it is pretty good.
There goes my lady, critting all over the place.
You got, blast units all over the place. I saw somebody making a one-shot Wade, just turning into an archer after promotion and just killing everybody.
Ooh, I think Zeiss, man. Zeiss is looking good.
Zeiss is heavy. I mean, buff.
Yeah, well, again, Slice is all about that bulk. I think that's the. I think he, in regards to Milady, I think he ends up with better strength and defense, but Milady, I think, outdoes him in most other stats, like speed and stuff.
You know,
Really?
I think so.
This reminds me like a flying Wendy at this point.
Well, considering, yeah, Wendy's thing, I mean, Wyverns are bulky too, so considering how Wendy is at right now, so yeah, it's Wendy with wings.
Oh yeah, so Wendy with actually movement.
Yeah, well, that's why I gave her boots.
Hold on. If they added a reclass system into Binding Blade, or the remake of it, if they ever do make it, what classes would you think Wendy could have?
Well, it depends on how they redesign her stat distribution. I reckon they'll probably give her. Well, again, if she's a knight, she'll probably be able to venture off into maybe Cav, Mercenary. If they have Soldier, they'll probably do that. Maybe Pegasus Knight too, because again, Lance Specialist. I'd imagine so.
Maybe.
I could imagine her as being as a cavalry unit.
Yeah, because again, like Amelia, again, she has the choice of when she goes from Pupil to Knight or either Cav.
So you're thinking essentially like a more balanced people type thing?
Yeah.
If they did do reclassing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Interesting.
I think they're making a remake of Binding Blade. They need to give some kind of promotion to the thieves.
Yes, yes, they do need the thief promotion.
I don't mean like an assassin, but more like a ranger, and the calf can be.
Or rogue, hell, yeah, a rogue would be nice.
She can be interesting.
Oh yeah.
She can open locks and doors without any kind of lockpicks.
Yeah, again, just have the skill on standby so you can do it naturally. Which most of these can. Or at least in the newer games they can. So you unlock this. We got Speedwing.
So,
Again, I think, do I warp the guy in? I'm not sure. Well, we'll find out later. Because I know that one guy I think has an Elysium Whip. I just can't remember. Do I warp him in?
He does.
Yeah.
He does have an Elysian Whip.
Yeah.
Jesus, slow down.
I think he's capped his strength. Yeah, steal it. Give me that. Mine.
Give me the weapon of the gods.
Well, it's not a weapon. It's more so a promotion item than a weapon, but still,
right,
yeah.
not a weapon. So it just fit well with what I was saying at the time.
Yeah, very true. It's like must have whip. I mean, to be fair, it's called a whip. You know, fucking vampire killer up in this bitch.
It looks like everything went smoothly with this map. So
Yeah, it did. Even though Milady came very, very close to dying.
Multiple times.
Yeah, well, again, because I came close to dying, but I won't actually die because I'm a lady and I'm practically. Oh, okay, you get an angelic robe. To be fair, at this point, I'll take that over an Elysium Whip because I can actually use the plus 7 HP. So anyway, that's the end of that chapter, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all very much for tuning in. Thank you very much to my co-commentators for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
thank you once again, Blazing Knight, and good luck with the wolves in the next chapter.
Yes, thank you very much. Oh yeah, so next time in Ilia, we're going to be exploring an underground maze which is filled to the brim with walls, so, you know, that's going to be fun because there aren't that many enemies. Yeah, the biggest obstacle is a wall. God, and now I know how the people in Attack on Titan feel. But next time we come back for the actual Binding Blade, we're going to deal with Roartz in another mansion, in another place, which is very much smaller than this map, and it's filled up the ass with staffs, siege, and ballistas. So look forward to that. Until then, thank you all very much for watching. We'll see you next time. Take care and have a wonderful day.